It seems that it's going to be one of the main topics on the campaign, particularly because you have the trial that you mentioned that is occupying all the media headlines every day in Spain. And the trial is going to continue, right? So as long as you have this Catalan issue on the media covering, basically occupying all the headlines, I believe that that's going to be one of the main topics in the campaign.
One thing I found quite striking last week and in the run-up to that crucial budget vote was that not much of the discussion focused on the actual specific spending plans that Mr. Sanchez was proposing. A lot of it was on his betrayal, whatever you want to call it, from his opponents when it came to being conciliatory towards the Catalans. And I'm just wondering, does any of this matter because Spain's economy is in a relatively decent shape right now? Is that just not going to be part of the campaign at all?
I think it's not going to be part of the campaign because right now what you have in Spain is a very polarized environment. Politics are extremely polarized. And, as you mentioned, the budget was not discussed at all. It was all about the Catalan issue and whether the Catalans would support the government or not. And I believe the campaign is going to focus more on territorial issues, on issues on whether, Sanchez did get the support of the Catalans or not. So the economy is not going to feature prominently, I'm afraid.
Now, shortly after the general election will be the European parliamentary election. So how is that going to play into what we see unraveling in Spain? Is that going to affect the way we see these parties campaign?
No, actually, the strategy of Sanchez is to call the election right before the European Parliament election so his party can benefit potentially from a victory in the national poll, right? I think that was a key strategic consideration because some people were pushing him to call the election the same day as the European Parliament election, but imagining the Socialist Party handled badly, he would have lost power at all levels of government. So, it's part of the strategy to try to get a good result in the national election in order to then get another good result in the European Parliament election.
Isn't one of the challenges then, if you have that month-long period after the national elections leading up to the European parliamentary elections, where typically you'd expect coalitions to try and form, they're not going to want to talk to each other, are they?
Absolutely. I don't think you're going to get a government. I think you face two issues. One, as you mentioned, is the European Parliament election because parties don't want the coalition negotiations to basically feed into the potential campaign of the European Parliament election. And the second issue is that regardless of the timing of the European Parliament election, the Parliament is so fragmented and the situation is so polarized that forming a government is going to be extremely difficult.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.